Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine and today we're going to be doing a fall makeup. Okay guys, so I've decided to actually mute the whole thing and make it go fast forward because it's about an hour long. But today I decided to show you guys how I do my eyebrows. The first thing I'm using is the Total Temptation Brow Definer in the color Soft Brown. And I just basically outline how I want my eyebrows to look. It's gonna look quite messy, so yeah, just be prepared for the big mess. So now I'm actually going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pomade, brow pomade, I think it's called, and it's in the color chocolate. I'm using this to basically define more the tip and darken up the sparse areas of my brow. For this look, I really wanted more of a bold eyebrow than a fluffier eyebrow, which is my go-to. So that's why I'm actually using this pomade to make it bold and darken it up a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking my concealer. I believe I used the LA Girl. No. Yes, I used the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Light Ivory. I just apply it on the below the brow bone, and then with my brush I got it closer to the brow to actually carve it out. The residue that was left on the brush or on the actual brow bone, I just blended in all the way to my eyelid, and I'm gonna use that as like my primer for my makeup look today. So here I actually noticed that that brow, I carved it out way too high, but you guys are gonna see later on that I actually fixed that. Um, it's something that happens very often because that brow is naturally higher than the other one, and with makeup I try to make it look as even as possible. So you guys are gonna see real soon how I fix it up. Okay, as you guys can see, I put the concealer also on top of my brow to fix it up, carve it out on the top too, make sure that the shape is on point. And a trick that I love to do is I like putting concealer, like the residue on the brush, on like the inner part of my brow, I guess I would call it, and that's just to line it up to make that ombre effect. Now I'm actually fixing up the eyebrow because I messed it up when I was carving it out, but now I'm fixing it up with whatever was on the brush I used for the pomade. Okay, so now I'm taking the Y9 brush, I think it is, to blend out the concealer around my eyebrows, just so I could remove the halo eyebrow. So the color I'm actually going to take is the color Dawn from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. And this color, I'm actually going to use it to set the crease area. It's going to be like my transition color, but not. Before I actually set, I'm actually going to make sure that I have no creasing. And I'm going to just go in with Dawn and set only the crease area. I don't want to touch the eyelid at all. I like to keep the tackiness on my eyelid, so when I put in the eyelid color, it will be perfection. Okay, so now I'm taking the color Roxy. This is going to be my actual transition color. The way I actually apply this color is doing circular motions on the inner and outer corner of the eyes, and then the actual crease is going to be windshield motions. To blend, the easiest trick is holding your brush towards the very end of it. It will be a softer blend, which is actually very needed for this palette since it's so patchy and there's a lot of fallout. It will help with being the blend being seamlessly and actually help the colors stay more vibrant and more smoother. Okay, so for this color, I decided to take a flat brush from e.l.f. It's very fluffy, so it's easy to blend with that brush. And I am using the color All Star. It's a burgundy-ish color. Well, it's burgundy, but it's purplish burgundy. And I just like try to stamp it in at first, and it's very hard to blend. But if you scratch like your lid with the brush, you will get that blending in no time. It's just gonna take you a while. I really like using this brush for this color because it's synthetic, so the bristles are a little bit harsher, so the blending it'll be easier to do. Okay, so now I'm taking my brush E23 to blend out All Star and Roxy together and make the blend more seamless. Okay, so now I am taking the color Rowdy to place on my outer V with the same brush I used the color All Star. And with this color, what I like to do is I like to pat it to blend. So I pat it all the way to my crease and into the lid, like halfway. And that will create like a whole ombre effect. This color is patchy. That's why I like to pat the color in. So like that, the pigment is there and there's no passion as well. And again, I take the E23 brush just to blend out everything together and make it seamless. Okay, so now with my finger, I will be taking the color Adorn, and it's a goldenly foil color. It's very pretty. And I'm going to just pat it into my lid. And while I'm patting it, I am going to make sure I blend out both colors, Adorn and Rowdy, just so I won't have to go back into the brush. But I'm gonna end up going because I lose some of that darkness. Okay, so here I'm taking back the color Rowdy just to add that deepness into the eye look. And again, I'm just patting it in to blend out the color. And again, I am taking my brush E23 to blend out all the colors together and make it look so seamless. I think today the word of the day is seamless because that's all I'm saying today. Okay, so now I'm taking my 24-hour Superstay foundation from Maybelline, and this is in the color Natural Beige. This color, it's super light. It's not my shade, but I mix it in with my LA Girl Pro Foundation Illuminating. It has a long ass name. Um, in the color tan, and the mixture is gonna help kind of get it to my shade, but it's nowhere near. So I had to blend out my foundation as low as possible just so it could be somewhat decent because it's super light. Um, and this brush is actually new. I got it in a few days ago, and I really like how it works with foundation. Like it gives a really nice coverage, and it's also make it seem like your makeup is airbrushed, which I really do love. Okay, so now I take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Light Ivory, and I place it under my eyes and the high points of my face, which is my forehead, my nose, and my chin. I also like putting it on my upper lip just because that area tends to get dark on me. So now I take my Morphe M536 to blend out the highlights. I'm just blending out the chin, my upper lip, my nose, and my forehead for now. So I'm going to be leaving the concealer under my eyes just so it could stay in and set so it could be more full coverage when I blend it out. And right now I'm taking my my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Dark Cocoa, and I'm just placing it in the hollows of my cheeks and my forehead. And I am going to be blending with my Y7 brush from Morphe. I also used the residue on the brush to contour my nose and the bottom and my bottom lip to make my bottom lip look a lot more fuller. Now I am taking my M536 brush and I'm going to press on my forehead just so it could be a little bit more blended. And I'm also going to blend out that concealer under my eyes. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to make sure I drag it to my temples and also a little bit below the actual triangle, so the blend between my highlight and my contour is perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to be using my Airspun loose powder and I'm just gonna set my whole face with the powder, nothing unusual. Okay, so now I am using a blending brush with some of that setting powder to brighten up the inner part of my eye and my crease, and that will help open up your eyes and also create that ombre effect. Okay, so now I'm taking a flat brush from Morphe. I don't know which one that is. And I'm gonna use that to define my bottom lashes. And I'm taking the color Rowdy and All Star together, and I'm just gonna put that as close to my waterline as possible. And now I'm taking a small pencil brush and I'm dipping it in on the color Roxy to smoke out that bottom lash line. So now I'm going to bronze up my face with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Medium Deep Matte Bronzer. I'm using the sample size. I do have the full size, but this one was closer to me. And the way I do this, I take my brush and again, I'm holding it at the very tip. It will give a more seamless blend. And there I go again with the seamless. And for my forehead, I just tap in the bronzer with my brush just so it could be more light on it. And for my jaw, I go in hard. I try to use as much product as possible because I do have a slight double chin, which I like to hide. And now I'm going to be taking the same bronzer and I'm going to set that contour I did with the cream contour and also define more of my nose contour. And also underneath my pout just to make it look fuller. For blush, I am using the Milani powder blush in Romantic Rose. It's a very pretty mauve color. For application, I just smile to enhance the apples on my cheek and I press in the powder. I don't sweep it through my cheeks. And I apply blush everywhere because I love blush. It's just so pretty to me. Like, I love looking flustered. So for highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills collaboration with Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit, and I'm mixing in the color Daydream and Forever Lit. And for my brow bone highlight, I'm using Forever Lip from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. I'm also taking my M23 brush, no, E23, my bad. My E23 brush to blend in the highlight with the transition color. Okay, so for my inner corner highlight, I am mixing in Forever Lit and 143 from the Glow Kit. After the application with the brush, I go in with my finger just to soften it up a little bit because I don't like a beaming inner corner. I just like a subtle inner corner. So now I am taking my mascara. This is the Lights Camera Lashes Mascara by Tarte. And this is in the color black. I don't remember the actual color they have, but it's in black. This is actually one of my favorite mascaras to use before I apply falsies just because it's so natural. I don't like extra volume or extra length on my lashes when I'm gonna wear falsies. So I'm gonna let my mascara dry before applying some falsies. I am grabbing my Auto lip pencil in the color Plum, and I'm going to overline my bottom lip, and then for my top lip I'm gonna overline one side more because it's like uneven. So basically what I was saying was the perfect location to apply your liner if you want to overdraw your lips is where it actually creases. So in that area where your lip creases to your chin, that's like the perfect place to overline. It makes it look a lot more natural. So for my lip color, I am taking this NYX nude color, and it's super cool tone, but because of the lip liner, it's gonna add some warmness and some red, like deep red undertone to it. So I decided to put on my lashes off camera, unfortunately. And lashes are on and they're popping. This is the makeup look for today. If you guys are wondering about the lashes, they are from Ardell and they're in the, it just has a number. It's the 254. And this is the final look. Goodbye guys. Thank you so much for watching. Up to next time. Peace.